What age do women mature the most? Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Anthony Spade channel.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. But first, watch the entire video. All right, I'm probably going to have some women watching this, and I just want to let women know we're not talking about all women. It just feels like it. This is a woman's nature channel, so there is exceptions to the rules. I don't want every woman thinking that all men hate you. No, all men do not hate you. They're just like you. A lot of guys nowadays have been hurt by women and they're scarred. And it's up to me to help coach them out of that mindset to make them stronger. All right? So don't take any of this personal. Back to the guys. Listen, we're going to talk about when a woman matures. Because women will tell you that she matures faster than men. That's just not what it is. Sometimes they take things serious. But we're going to break down the different levels of women and when women mature. First, most women are not going to mature until they hit the wall. What do I mean by hitting the wall? It's when a man looks at them and doesn't look at them as being wife material. When a man looks at her and he's not pursuing her to start a family, that has hit the wall to where men has lowered her value down to a object. All right. Why do women mature at this level? It's like an automatic maturity. It's because they stop working for them. They stop getting doors that are just opening automatically. They stop getting discounts. They stop getting a lot of likes. They stop getting the DMs hit up. They stop getting that attention that they once adored for. Now, you got to keep in mind, when women go through these stages where the attention chart is going up and going down, that's typically where she's going to switch hairstyles. She's going to switch makeups. You know, like when they start hitting the wall, they take one side of the hair, throw it to the other side to make it look fuller. She's going to do all these attempts to try to climb the wall. Mainly heavy on the makeup, possibly plastic surgery is what you're going to see. But typically, when a woman goes through this and her looks are not working for her, she starts to look at reality of life. It even happens that way with dating, which is why a lot of those women that have matured, they go back and grab a immature man. Why do they grab an immature man? Because it is easier for her to control him. It is easier for her to captivate his mind. It is easier for her to turn him into a servant. You're typically going to see the most servants in men after the age of like 40. Women that get men that ain't about nothing in their 40s, they're always grabbing the guy who's a full-blown beta male simp who ain't got anything. A mature woman always grabs him, and she treats him just like she treats her children, and she'll treat him as a son. All right? Why? Because she feels like she's more mature. Now, that's the wall hitter. Next. The next girl that's going to mature is going to be the older daughter who takes care of the younger siblings because the parents may not have it all together. Drug addicts, A&A, separations, divorces. In a lot of cases where you have an older sister and she has little siblings because mom and dad is probably not around or there's a lot of dysfunctionality, you're going to get a lot of maturity out of those women as well. Because they're forced to make grown decisions when mommy and daddy ain't around because mommy and daddy is not around a lot. Typically, when it comes to this type of woman who has to take care of siblings, this is typically the worst type of woman to get with. Because when you get with her, you're not just being with her, you're being with the entire family. She is the mom. When the older sister is the mom, you never want to date her because you're going to be with her ripping and running around the city. That's going to be the only way that you could be with her is taking on her responsibilities with her. All right? Why? Because a woman like that doesn't rely on her parents. When you have a woman that doesn't rely on her parents, she has to be mature enough to take care of her younger brothers and sisters. Now, you're going to have exceptions where you just have a dysfunctional family where everybody is ratted out. The older sister has left the house. She's with an older man. She's running around. She's coming back with multiple kids. You're going to have situations to where that happens. But in a lot of cases, a woman is going to mature very fast when she's the older sister that's taking care of the younger siblings. Next, traumatized situations. All right? Traumatized situations make women grow up faster, mature faster as well, because their emotions are scarred. Guys become emotional, but only these new wave generation of guys actually have the emotion of women. A lot of you guys that are watching this, you have the emotion of women. So what you feel like is how women feel like. So when traumatized situations happen, and when I say that, I'm not necessarily talking about a breakup. I'm talking about maybe a death in the family, or maybe some type of assault has happened to her, you know, the R word and things like that. When women go through traumatized situations, that forces them to mature too, because they put up a guard to society, not just a guard to men, but they put up a guard to society to block their heart from being hurt. All right. So in a lot of cases, maybe a bad accident, a death in the family, something happens that's going to traumatize her. Once she's traumatized, she won't be able to connect with her peers. So typically she goes into a shell where she's by herself, and she has to dig herself out of her shell. When she's digging herself out of her shell, she's going to become a better woman at the end of that. But throughout that process, she's going through a mature period. When she reaches maturity, then her sex drive would be lower, and it'll be more about just doing things in life that make her happy. That's one thing about a woman. When she does mature, her sex drive decreases. Next, a woman's also going to mature whenever she has a father in her life, and her father okays for her to be with another guy. All right? You have to understand, women that have good fathers in their life and they have a good relationship with their father, they mature faster as well, because daddy makes sure that they mature so they're not guided by their emotions and they're guided by logic. So if you really want a smart woman, for the guys out there that are seeking women, you must want to always search for women who have a relationship with her father. So when you're out here and you're getting these women numbers, you need to discover if she has a good relationship with her dad or not. If she doesn't have a good relationship with her dad, then you want to look more towards the side chick level. When she does have a relationship with her dad, then you need to see what type of father he is, because believe it or not, she's going to want somebody in that realm. And that's how she's going to think. She's going to always seek the better alpha, which means she's going to make a logical decision. That's just come with maturity. A lot of women, alpha that they're going to seek is just going to be the one that intimidates them the most, because they have a disconnection from their father. The more disconnection that they have from a father, the more of a side chick you put them in. The more connection they have with their father, the more of a relationship you pursue. Next, last but not least, but this is probably going to be the ultimate one, is when a woman becomes a single mother out of a divorce. All right? I'm not going to say a woman who becomes a single mother and that the baby was an accident. I'm not going to say that, because a lot of those women don't mature until they're in their 40s. And the reason why they don't mature until they're in their 40s is because they're going to have their mom, their sisters, their aunties, and grandma is going to be holding them back, because they're going to be telling her, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, and you don't need no man, you need to do this. Okay, that's immaturity. When you allow the downfalls of others to manipulate you into their world. So a lot of single mothers who are not married, they're not going to mature until they get old enough to realize what all their peers around them led them to believe. But if you take a single mother that's coming out of a divorce, a lot of those single moms are going to be mature. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to start taking life a little bit more serious, and they're not going to stop and listen to everybody. She's going to get on a serious note about everything. All right? And these are the reasons that women mature in the different levels and phases that a woman is going to mature. All right? A lot of you guys, you're learning a lot about women now. And I'm leaving the gym. You can probably see some sweat on my face. I just want to say this, man. If I got women watching this, A lot of y'all women out here looking sad. Y'all looking real sad. I'm at the gym right now, and it's like 20-to-1 ratio. 20 women to 1 guy in there, and all the women walking around looking sad, just staring at their phone. Why? Because nobody's pursuing you like that. The men are too weak. You got to send them a message, all right? Hopefully, I was able to deliver the message today on when women mature, all right? This is Anthony Spade. Hasta la vista. Hey, Patreon videos go to Patreon before they come here. Hasta la vista.